Hello, welcome. Happy Friday to you, everyone. Welcome. Today I'm going to do a little bit of a different reading, and that's what we're going to do. And it's basically on that we're going to figure out what's going to happen. And we have to remember about all these things that are going on in life. We always remember about where this is like kind of like a small weekend reading, but it's going to be a good way of imposing that. And and that's what it kind of is. It's a good feeling to have, but a well known to master. But that's what it seems to be, right? And it's very different to know about your ins, your outs, your combinations and whatnot. But that's what it seems to be. And you have to remember that when things go sideways, it remains about that. And that's what it is. So based on that this is going to be a small logical reading today, and this is what it seems to be because this is what it kind of is between a good side combination, a bad side combination, various angles about that and whatnot, and that's what it kind of is. It's a mini pause situation, but it's not really, right? And that's what it is. So based on that, I'll do a do this reading, and that's what it is. So we're going to figure this out, and then we're going to kind of like interesting how that is. So let me get this reading underway. So you have the Queen of Cups reversed, you have the King of Swords upright, you have the Knight of Cups is upright, and you have the Queen of Wands is upright. That's interesting. Now, the Queen of Cups reversed represents the emotional. Someone is having emotional feeling, and it kind of like is that way, right? And when I think about that in that way of that aspect, is that that's what it seems to be. You have to think about this as a right way, a wrong way to know, and that's what it seems to be. So now, when I think about this in a way, we have to figure out who's doing this, what's doing this, and who, what, where, when, why. And this is like a mini weekend reading. Let's see what's the opposite of the Queen of Cups reversed. So we have, I'll do the three cards here because of like that. We have, okay, so we have I think it's the yeah, Page of Cups reversed, followed by the Ten of Cups is upright, and followed by the Emperor is upright. Yeah, so basically in that note, um, you have to think about this as a way of how you feel, the way how you act situation, and that's what it is. It's basically that. Moderation is the key to understand that, but this is what it is. This is like a very, very different type of energy that's going on in this reading. Like there's lots of stuff that are going on. But when I think about this is what it kind of happens, right? It's that situation of imposing of what to do and what not to do, and you have to like that. Like having emotionals are kind of like you're feeling happy, then you're feeling angry, and then all of a sudden you change from your anger to your happy, and then you're feeling like you're anxious or you're feeling sad or not 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 happy or whatever. But when you think about that, it's like you have to change your mindset. You have to change your your significance, your extraordinary situation here. And that's what it seems to be. because in that interesting of how that is, you have to face facts, you know. And I'll do myself one card here. Well, not do myself, but just reading one card. Because we want to figure out who's doing this, what's doing this, and who's behind this, and whatnot. So, let's see. Basically, we have the Knight of Air. It says, intelligent, decisive, idealistic, tireless. Events that occur with great speed. Take time carefully, review your options. Creative solutions. Now, in that aspect, is that's what that card means, because if you're feeling intelligent, idealistic, tireless, decisive, like there's always these bad situations are going on, and when you think about this as a way of how you feel, the way how you act, you have to remember that things can always change. No matter what you are, you have to figure this out, because like I say, this is like a mini weekend reading, okay? Because you have to figure out where emotions are switching from days to months to weeks, where you're having a good day, a bad day, and that's what it feels like. Because when you have moderation, and you have extraordinary situations and miracles to happen and all that, that's what you have to do. Because when you have victory on your side, you have, and then you're talking as, you're the queen or the king situation, you have everything that you have, and that's what it is. And the emperor is like almost close to the king situation, almost. The page of cups is reversed. Like there's always these combinations, right? There's a different aspect of it, because that's what it seems to be, right? And when you think about this as a way of how you understand this, that's what it kind of is, because this is a miniature situation of a reading here. And you don't know what could happen, right? We don't know who or where or when or why or how. But you have to remember that if someone's doing this behind your back, or if someone's being mean to you, or if someone's miscommunication or something, you have to remember that there's nothing ever seems to be happening in your life, for example. You have to remember that things can go from happy to even worse. And that's what the whole truth is, right? But let's then say more than do, okay? You have to remember about all this situation. Just imagine about everything, because that's what it kind of is. Now, the point being is that when everything is all secured and observance and whatnot, that's what you have to feel, because you have to take sides on what they are, okay? Because when this is a miniature reading, and I have lots of signs here, because we have air, we have water, we have not even earth in this situation. But all these combinations, that's what it seems to be. Because when I think about this is what it kind of happens, right? And when you decide about what's going to happen, that's what it is, right? So, but before I let you all go, this is going to be one to see who's following you. And Let's see who's following you. It is the King of Clubs. Alright, so same as a different reading that I did before. You have Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo in this situation. So all of them are following you at the same time. Remember who's you. It could be the water signs, it could be the air signs, it could be air signs. So all these, just to let you know how it is, because like I say, it's a very, very interesting situation here, and that's what it is. And knowing that, I'll see what the price is saying. 1, 3, 3, and 6, which means you have January, March, and June in this situation, which means that that's what it is. The combinations are for 13, 33, 63, 31. You know, you could be all these numbers here. You know, letters are in the different way. Um, but anyway, that's what it is. Okay, so this is a miniature reading, and I have air signs, water signs, and I think fire signs right now. So I have basically almost a whole picture in this whole entire reading, but that's what it seems to be. Okay, and remember that if you want to subscribe to my channel, go ahead. Remember that I have another channel. Search it out, check that out, and this is what it is. All right, thank you, and have a nice day. Bye.